s1e2. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
Hey everybody, I'm here to talk about the latest episode of Rob and Chyna. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button because I will be here every week talking about all the episodes of this season of this show. Okay, let's get into it. Now, in this episode, it was more centered around Rob and his insecurities. His insecurities led him to have this argument with Chyna that led her to kick him out. And his insecurities stopped him from going to Cannes with her as well. Now, how do y'all feel about Scott giving advice to somebody about relationships and about getting yourself together? Now, it's good stuff that he's saying, but I guess I feel some kind of way because it's coming out of his mouth. But at the same time, he acknowledges, hey, I mean, yeah, look at my life. So I don't know. I'm having mixed feelings about it. And I'm like, why are you on this show so much? I know I said that in the last video, but really, what are you doing? Maybe he just needs that check. And Rob didn't mind him being a part of his show as well. I don't know. But I think it's hilarious when he comes in and he does things. He helped Rob work out. He installed cameras in the house. Boy, what are you doing? Which annoyed him altogether. But it seems like he cares about Rob and he's trying to help him get himself together, even though he's not even together himself. But I think it's good. I mean, in a lot of ways, I like Scott, but I don't like him as Courtney's boyfriend and all of that because he don't do what he's supposed to be doing, and he has a lot of problems that he has to work out. And even now, he still has a problem with the fact that people say, you need to work on yourself, and he's like, what does that mean? What do you mean work on yourself? And to me, I just felt like when you work on yourself, it means that you focus on the things that are important to you. If, like for him, if your kids are important to you, then you do everything that you can to make sure that you're in your kids' life the way that you want to be. If Courtney is important to you, then you do the things that you need to do in order to have her. Just get yourself together so that you can be happy. Whatever in life drives you, that's what you need to go for. I don't know, but that's just me. That's what I think getting yourself together is. Making sure that you're strong enough to do all of the things that you want to do in your life. So I'm glad that Chyna and Rob got to sit down and talk. And, once again, he apologized for how he acted and she accepted his apology. And he said he was going to try to go to Cannes with her. But later on, he decides not to go because he has this fitting. And see, you know what? I blame this on the chick who was styling him. Now, number one, you already know Rob's body type. So why in the world would you show up with clothes that's too small for him? Now, what are you thinking? What kind of stylist are you? If anything, you should have had clothes that's too big. Like, why would you do that? And plus, you need to know your client. Look, you have to be living under a rock to not know that this man is insecure about his body now that he's that size. So you didn't do no research. You didn't try to please your client. Like, you don't even know who your client is. You don't understand nothing about them. Girl, you are styling a celebrity. You can't do no research. Like, that annoyed me. Girl, what are you doing? You are dealing with a bigger person. See, Rob, quit hiring these snooty patootie people. You need to go to the people who know how to dress big people. Okay? That's who you need to be fooling with. Quit dealing with the people that dress skinny folks all the time. Deal with the people who deal in thick people and making them look good. Okay? Don't let your mama set up the appointments. You need to be talking to somebody else. Okay? I don't. That was just a mistake on the stylist part, and it's unfortunate because all of that trying on clothes and things are too small and he gets to feeling inadequate and his insecurities kick in. And I mean, I can understand because come on, if you are already a heavy set person and you're trying on these little bitty clothes and nothing fits, it's gonna make you feel even bigger. But if you put on some clothes that fit and things are too loose or too baggy, then it makes you feel a little bit better because, the clothes are too big, not you too big for the clothes. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so that messed him all the way up, and he got to feeling insecure, and he told Chyna he wasn't going to go. So she said she was going to take Paige with her, and they went and they had a good time, and she made her appearance, and she came back home. And then when she got back home, she was talking to Paige, and she was like, I'm so annoyed at how, insecure he is, and I'm so tired of it, and blah, blah, blah. And then Paige, girl, see, I'm starting to like Paige even more by the episodes. I'm telling you, because she just told Chyna straight up. Now, Chyna, I understand what you're saying. I know you want a man that's gonna step up for you and the baby and be able to take charge and be confident and sure of himself. I understand that, but you also need to understand the man that you're dealing with. And she pointed out to her. Now, you had a moment when we were in Cannes about, your clothes and how your body was going to look because people have been talking about your butt and how, it's collapsed and all of this stuff. And you were very insecure for a moment. Now imagine feeling that way all the time. That's what Rob goes through. So, you need to be a little bit more sympathetic towards that because that's your man, that's your fiance, that's the father of your child. Maybe you need to do a little bit more work at being more understanding. And so that sunk into Chyna. So when she talked to him later, she apologized for pushing him so much because, she had that moment where she was like, people talk about me and I push through it. But listen, everybody ain't you, Chyna. Everybody don't think like you. So sometimes you have to accommodate your partner. You have to take their feelings into consideration and where they are in their life. And this is where he is in his life. This is the type of man that he is. He has been hurt before. He has been cheated on before, and it has affected him. Now, at least he's man enough to say, it's not your fault, Chyna. This is some mess that I'm bringing. This is my baggage, and I'm sorry for bringing it out on you. At least he's trying to work through it. So, come on, girl. She was being too rough on him. So I'm glad that she realized that and she, took it into consideration and they made up. And just as a side note, how do y'all feel about Chyna when she said that a lot of good things that she has done in her life gets overlooked? Like people have this perception of her that's not true. Like, yeah, she's wild and she got a tongue ring and she used to dance and all of that. That's not everything about her. She did go to college and she takes care of her kid, and the money that Tyga gives her for their kid really just goes to help pay the nanny's salary, and she takes care of herself and all of that. Like people don't give her credit for that, which is true. A lot of people look at Chyna and they say she's just a stripper, a gold digging baby mama of Tyga's, and Tyga is taking care of her. And by the way, how do Tyga even got money? Somebody explain it to me. What album he done dropped that's done sold? Y'all let me know. I mean, I'm not hating on Tyga because I like some of his music, but I mean, it ain't like he Wayne. It ain't like he Drake out here like making buku dollars. So I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just curious. But how do y'all feel about that? Why do you think Chyna gets a bad rep? Or do you think she is everything that people say that she is? A gold digging baby mama? I don't know. I don't see her that way. I think she's just a woman who dated somebody famous and it made her famous. Like, it's not uncommon. I don't feel no kind of way about it. I mean, look at Amber Rose. She was a regular chick until she started dating Kanye. So, I mean, and I don't feel no way about that. It's just, it is what it is. So this was a good episode. And if I left anything out, please drop it in the comments below and we'll discuss it. So I'll see y'all in the next video. All right. Bye.